deserved.
That's what I deserve. I deserve death.
Who is the assassin of Jeffrey Dahmer, Christopher Scarver, and how did he pass away? Newest addition to its true crime canon, which has sickened fans and drawn criticism from Whoopi Goldberg, tells the story of one of America's most notorious serial killers, Jeffrey Dahmer. Monster. The Jeffrey Dahmer story stars Mayor of Easttown actor Evan Peters as the man also known as the Milwaukee Cannibal or the Milwaukee Monster, who committed the murder and dismemberment of 17 men and boys between 1978 and 1991. Read our key points to know about the true story behind the show here, and read about how he died in prison, below. Just 2 years after being sentenced, on November 28, 1994, Christopher Scarver, a fellow prisoner at the Columbia Correctional Institution in Portage, Wisconsin, beat Dahmer to death. Dahmer, 34, was escorted out of his cell by Scarver and another prisoner, Jesse Anderson, to perform cleaning duties. For around 20 minutes, the three men were left alone in the prison gym showers. At around 8:10 a.m., Dahmer was found unconscious on the bathroom floor with severe head injuries, having been struck with a metal bar and a wall. He was pronounced dead 1 hour later in hospital. Anderson was beaten with the same weapon and died 2 days later from his injuries. Scarver, who was serving a life sentence for a murder committed in 1990, told authorities he attacked the pair and hidden the metal bar in his clothing before the killings. Upon learning of his death, Dahmer's mother Joyce told press, "Now is everybody happy? Now that he's bludgeoned to death, is that good enough for everyone?" Some of the families of Dahmer's victims responded positively to news of his death, while others thought he had escaped punishment. Catherine Lacey, the mother of victim Oliver Lacey, said, "The hurt is worse now, because he's not suffering like we are." Confession of Jeffrey Dahmer. 17 young men and boys were killed and dismembered, according to Jeffrey Dahmer's confession. After his arrest, Dahmer was subjected to more than 60 hours of police questioning, during which the serial killer forfeited his right to an attorney's presence. In a 1993 interview with Inside Edition, Dahmer was frank in his justification for his actions. He claimed, "I had these obsessive ideas and urges wanting to control my victims, too. I don't know how to describe it, possess them forever. And you killed them because of that?" The reporter questioned. "All right, I wanted to keep them with me, not because I was upset with them or loathed them. I became more and more obsessed." During Dahmer's sentencing in 1992, Rita Isbell, the sister of Errol Lindsay who was one of the last victims of Dahmer, gave a victim impact statement. The Ryan Murphy-created show Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story recreated the moment on screen and Isbell's statement word for word. "When I saw some of the show, it bothered me, especially when I saw myself, when I saw my name come across the screen and this lady saying verbatim exactly what I said," she wrote in an essay for Insider. "If I didn't know any better, I would have thought it was me. Her hair was like mine, she had on the same clothes. That's why it felt like reliving it all over again. It brought back all the emotions I was feeling back then." She also clarified,
some crimes.
I kept the mummified head and skull of one of the victims in a carrying case in my locker at work.
Feel those same urges? Do you still feel that compulsion, that obsession?
I wish I could say that it just left completely, but no, there are times when I still do have the old compulsions.
A creature of the night, he said he slept most of the day in prison. During the interview, he asked for several breaks.
Can we cut the film here for a minute?
Sure.
Dahmer was murdered by another prison inmate just a year and 10 months after this interview, a form of justice he said he deserved.
That's what I deserve. I deserve death.
Rita Isbell's brother was slain by Dahmer in 1991, and she let him know exactly how she felt at his trial.